Okay, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. There's a heap of videos on your channel. They're great videos, you've put a lot of effort into them, and you're talking to a target audience. You've got all of that sort of stuff sorted. And yet for some reason, you're not getting anybody watching. You've only got 5, 10, 50 views, maybe a couple of hundred views per video, and you just can't seem to get any more. Have a look at your click-through rate on your impressions. Is it only about 1 or 2%? Maybe this is the video you need to watch. We're going to have a look at how to improve your thumbnails and how some of the real pro YouTubers create thumbnails that really work for them. Stick around. Hey there, great to see you. Now before I get started, just a quick reminder, click on all this stuff down the bottom, especially that share link and the like one, those are really cool. And if you got any comments or questions during the video, put them into the comment section below. I will read them all and I'll get back to as many of them as I can. Okay, let's start talking about thumbnails. Thumbnails are one of the most underestimated parts of a YouTube channel. A lot of people think, I've made these great videos, I've got a good description and a pretty good title, that's sweet, I'll just let an automatic thumbnail go out. And you couldn't be further from the truth. The thumbnail is the thing that has to compete against a lot of other thumbnails in a page's search results to reach out and grab somebody's eyeball, drag it in long enough for them to see the title and go, hey, that looks like it might be the video for me. And that's kind of tricky to do. Now, it's easy to make a thumbnail. We've all done it. We've made heaps of them. But getting one that really works, that can be a little bit trickier. So what I've done is I've run a few experiments over the last few weeks. I've created a video that was complete rubbish because, frankly, it didn't really matter. And I created some dummy channels to put this video on. And on each of these videos, I put a different version of the same thumbnail. What I wanted to see was the click-through rate on the thumbnails. So I would have a look at the number of impressions that were coming up and how many people actually clicked on it to get to the video. I wasn't worried about how successful the video itself was or what their retention was. In fact, all the video said was, hey, thanks for clicking. This is a video that I'm just using to test some thumbnails. Really appreciate you doing it. Have a nice day. That was basically all I had on there because the video itself was unimportant. But what was important was to see how many people were clicking on the thumbnail when it was put in front of them. So YouTube picked up the title. I made sure I picked a title that had a pretty good, a better than average chance of getting impressions. It got a good number of impressions each time, and it got a varied number of click-throughs. I waited until each of them had about 1,000 impressions, give or take, and well, I'll show you what I did. I'll show you the results. So I decided to take an apple, you see. It's a simple object. Worked for Steve Jobs, obviously. So I took this apple and I took a photograph of it and I made this thumbnail, just like this. That's a pretty simple thumbnail, isn't it? It's got an apple. It looks delicious. It's enticing. Then I did another version of it, like this. See, now that's me eating the apple. It sort of says something else, and it's got something important on there. A set of eyeballs. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to put my mug up on there, I've got a face for radio. But they're making YouTube videos. But they only want to do it with voiceover and things like that. You need to have your mug on the camera. Right now, you're looking at this video, and you're not looking up here or over here or anything. You're connecting with my eyeballs, and that's what we do. We're hardwired to do that as human beings. So it's really, really important as a human being to have a set of eyeballs sitting there on the screen that people can connect with. It's really weird things. And when you do that, there's actually a neurochemical response to another set of eyes looking at yours. There's only 2 creatures on the planet that works for. Humans and dogs. Look it up. Anyway, so this is what I did, is I started with these 2. Very simple. Just a picture of the apple and a picture of me eating the apple. And I put these up. And here's the results I got. So here's what I did. I took the picture, the thumbnail with just the apple in it, and I put that onto a video. I also put the picture with me eating the apple on a video, and this is the result I got. The picture with just the apple got 1.2% click-through rate, and the one with me eating the apple got 8.4% click-through rate. That's roughly 4 times the number, and the only difference was I had my face in it with an expression and a set of eyeballs to connect to. That's a massive difference. So then I thought, well, let's try another experiment, and I put a bit of a title on it. And the title was simple, it was just Yum. Okay, one word. And this is something I see quite a lot of YouTubers doing. They just have very short titles, or just a single word to help catch the eye and help tell the story. So you're saying, hey, the apple's delicious. And I got an interesting result for that one. When I put this thumbnail up, which is just the apple and yum, it got around 1.4%, so that's slightly more. So having that word did improve it a little bit. When I put the picture of me eating the apple up with the word yum on it, that actually got 8.9% click-through in the first 1,000. That was quite good. That actually improved that as well. That one I wasn't quite expecting. I thought that might be the same or just drop a little bit for having the word in there. So I thought, well, there's one word. Let's see what I can do with a lot more text. So I made this. Yeah, it's an apple somewhere underneath there, and all of that text on there. Why did I do this? Well, I see a lot of people doing this. There's a heap of people making thumbnails like this. So I put that one out. And guess what I got on that one? I got 0.8% click-through rate. Nobody wants to look at these. That was really small. That was less than half of just the picture than the apple by itself. Just 0.8. Didn't even get 0.9 or 1%. It was 0.8% of click-through rate. That meant that for every 1,000, I was only getting 8 clicks. And would those people have stayed there? I don't know. They were probably just getting clicks off the title. It certainly wouldn't have been the thumbnail. Then I did the same with the picture of me eating the apple. Obviously, I'm more prominent on here, so the text was a little bit smaller. But also, this one here only got 2.9% click-through rate, which is abysmal. And this just tells me straight away, across these two, if you're going to put a lot of text on it, it's making it too busy. It's attacking someone's eyeballs. They can't see all of that at a glance and say, oh, that might be the video I want. They're going to look at that and go, my God, that's amateurish. I'm not going to expect anything out of it. So all of my friends out there that are making lots of thumbnails that are really busy and have lots of text and information on them, please go, stop doing that. It's not working. It's really hurting your channel. Come back with something really simple. Somebody needs to be able to look at your thumbnail at a glance and go, that's what it's all about. So that's what I've sort of been working on. And then I decided, well, let's go and have a quick look and review some of these results. Obviously the simpler ones with a head in it and no or little text seem to be the ones that work well. So I went and had a look at Casey Neistat. Here's a page of his thumbnails. As you can see, they've only got text in them where it really makes a difference to it, and that the text enhances something that the straight image can't. I went and looked at Mr. Beast, and you'll see these are pretty much the same. He does have a lot more text in it than, say, Casey, but it's not a lot. And I also went and looked at Pewdiepie's. Huge. He gets a great click-through rate on his stuff, so I had a look at that as well. And all of these other big YouTubers, I went and had a look at a heap more, but I'm not going to show them all here. Very similar sort of thing. They're not putting the title or a message or anything like that into the thumbnail. They're letting that sit in the title below. And I went and did a little bit more digging around on this. And if you use, and did some testing, if you just use 60 characters of the title, it won't wrap around. So keep your title to 60 characters. I know some places recommend 40 to 90 or something like that, but if you just use 60 characters, then you're away laughing. Make the first part of your title your primary keyword and use a tool like TubeBuddy, or there's a few of them around, but I use TubeBuddy, and I use that to research my keyword, and it might be 1, 2, 3 word phrase or something like that, which will get you a really good search result. Use that at the beginning of it, make that say the first 20, 25, 30 characters, and then use the rest of it to kind of enhance that. So you might have delicious red apple, if that gets you good search results, and then you might have delicious red apple hyphen let me tell you more about this, or great apples, or royal gala from New Zealand, or something like that, that's not part of the keyword but enhances it and will maybe get you a few more hits. If you can research 2 really cool keywords and have one after the other, that's another good trick, by the way. And when you combine that together, you'll notice that when you do a search, you get the thumbnail and there's that nice title and high contrast text underneath it. So why clutter your thumbnail by putting it there as well? And then when you've done that and you've got that great thumbnail, it's simple and it's eye-grabbing. Concentrate on the graphic. Don't make it too busy. You got a great title that's got your keyword and a supporting phrase or a second really good keyword, and then you can use the first 3 lines of your description. Now that's about 300 characters to enhance the rest of it. So in your description, once again, you want to put your keyword phrase in the first half of the first line, and that within the first 50 characters have your keyword phrase. Use a lot of other keywords and clever things that accurately describe your video. Never try to mislead anyone, and put that into the first 200 characters, and you've got 100 characters more where you can do sort of a call to action or something like that. So you could say don't forget to subscribe, or one that I saw that was a really clever idea, and it was on Sarah Dietschy's channel. I'll put a link to that below. Sarah Dietschy does wonderful videos. Her claim to fame was a how to vlog like Casey Neistat some years ago, and that was just brilliant. It was well done and well timed as well. And on her third line, she has for more info it has click show more to see the rest of the description. So her third line of her description tells you to click to see more. So that's a really good call to action, and that's where she's got all of her Amazon affiliate links and other information about the video, links to similar videos, that sort of thing. That's a really clever way of using that third line of the description. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to go back and I'm going to start retrofitting some of my videos with more appropriate thumbnails, because I've been guilty of doing this all of this as well. I've been putting a lot of text in my thumbnails. I will fill up this whole side here with, hey, check all this crap out, and I do that all the time. I can't help myself, but I'm going to start looking at that now and thinking, can I replace that with an eye-catching image? So instead of me and a GoPro huddled over here and lots of text down here, I'm going to start going, here's my GoPro, dudes, check this out. And I can be in the background or something like that. So I'm going to go and try and create more graphically appealing and grabbing thumbnails, and I'm going to see how much of a difference that makes, not only to my new videos but to my past videos as well. And I'm going to also have a bit of a revamp in my titles. Here's a point as well. There's sort of a bit of an urban myth going around that if you change your title and you change your thumbnail and you edit the description, that it resets everything on YouTube. It doesn't do that. You can change those whenever you like. YouTube guys and engineers have come back and said that's a load of rubbish, and it's not going to affect the reputation of a video by changing the title or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this has been useful to you. If it has, and you want to see more of these videos, then click here to subscribe. And there's also a couple of videos you should watch, which is this one and this one. Oh, and here's my gaming channel. Go click that and feel sorry for me. I'm trying desperately to get to 1,000 subs. See you later.